quick question. When you're scared, really scared, what do? Some people freeze, some people run. But Duryodhana, he starts making a list. And that list, it's about to expose the one thing he's been hiding from everyone, including himself. Let me remind you who we're watching right now. Duryodhana, the eldest of the 100 Kaurav brothers, the man who cheated at dice, the man who tried to strip Drupada in front of the entire court, the man who refused to give back even 5 villages after 13 years, and standing next to him, Drona, the greatest weapons master in the world, the man who trained both sides of this family, Duryodhana's teacher, but also Arjun's teacher, Bhim's teacher. He taught them all. So when Duryodhana ran to him in the last episode, pointing at the Pandava army and saying, "Look what you created," he was trying to guilt-trip the one man who knows exactly how dangerous his cousins are. But Drona just stands there, silent, waiting. So Duryodhana does what every insecure person does when they're not getting the reassurance they desperately need. He keeps talking. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tavashishyena Dhimata. Behold, O teacher, this mighty army of the sons of Pandu, arranged in battle formation by the son of Drupada, your talented disciple. Notice he doesn't even say the man's name, just the son of Drupada. Let me tell you who he's talking about. Dhrishtadyumna. Now Drupada was a king, and Dhrishtadyumna was his son, a brilliant military strategist. But here's what makes this personal. Dhrishtadyumna was born for one purpose, literally. His father performed a sacred ritual praying for a son who could kill Drona. Yeah, you heard that right. The man who arranged this perfect battle formation? He was born to kill the teacher Duryodhana is standing next to right now, and Drona knows this. Everyone knows this. So when Duryodhana says, "Arranged by your talented disciple," he's not just praising the formation, he's twisting the knife. Teacher, your own student, the one destined to kill you, has arranged this army against us. How does that feel? That's the manipulation. Use truth as a weapon. Make it personal. But Duryodhana's not done, not even close. In the next verse, he starts listing names. And watch what happens. Here are heroes, great archers, equal to Bhim and Arjun in battle. Bhim, remember him? The second Pandava brother, the incredibly strong one who vowed to break Duryodhana's thigh for what he did to Drupada. Arjun, the golden boy, the best archer in the world, the one everyone loves. These two names haunt Duryodhana. They're in his nightmares. So the first thing he does, he compares everyone else to them. Not, here are dangerous warriors. No, here are warriors equal to the two who terrify me most. You know what this is? This is when someone panics and their brain starts cataloging everything that could go wrong. You've done this the night before the big presentation, listing everyone in the room who might ask hard questions. Before the family gathering, mentally going through every relative who might bring up that topic. Before the confrontation, naming all the ways it could go badly. The fear list. Once it starts, it feeds itself. And then Duryodhana starts naming names. Yuyudhana. That's Satyaki, one of Krishna's closest warriors, a master archer, fiercely loyal to the Pandavas. Virata, the king who sheltered the Pandavas during their 13th year in disguise. The year they lived in his palace as servants. He didn't know who they were, but when he found out, he joined their side immediately. Drupada, the father of Dhrishtadyumna, the father of Drupada, the man whose entire family has a vendetta against the Kauravas. Notice the pattern? Every name he lists has a personal reason to destroy him. These aren't random warriors. These are people he wronged, people with grudges, people with scores to settle, and he's counting them, one by one, making them bigger in his mind, making himself smaller. Here's the trap. Duryodhana has a bigger army. He has more warriors. He has better resources by the numbers. So why is he listing their fighters instead of building up his own? Because fear doesn't count what you have. Fear counts what they have. And once you start that list, it never ends. Each name makes him smaller. Each name makes them bigger. So he lists more to justify how small he feels, which makes him smaller still, which makes him list even more. The spiral. But here's the real tell, the thing that exposes Duryodhana completely. He says these warriors are equal to Bhim and Arjun, not better than, equal to. Even in his panic, even when he's trying to terrify his teacher into action, his ego won't let him say anyone is superior to his cousins. That's the trap of insecurity. You're simultaneously terrified of others and unable to admit they might actually be better than you. You're scared of the competition at work, but you can't say they're more talented, just got lucky. You're worried about your siblings' success, but you can't say they worked harder, just had more opportunities. You list the threats obsessively, but you never fully acknowledge them, because acknowledging them would mean you're not the center of the universe. So you stay stuck, scared but superior, panicked but proud. And that combination, that's what destroys you. There's a moment in every office, every family, every friend group, where someone starts just stating facts about the competition. Did you see their presentation? The way they handled those questions? Did you hear about their promotion? Did you see who they know? Do you know how big their following is, how fast they're growing? And each statement sounds neutral, informational, like they're just making observations. But listen to the energy underneath. That's not curiosity. That's the panic list. That's Duryodhana in a Monday morning meeting, naming everyone who makes him feel small while pretending he's just being aware of the landscape. But the panic list? It's only the first move. Because after Duryodhana finishes listing all the warriors who scare him on their side, he does something even more revealing. He starts listing the warriors on his own side, his own army, the people fighting for him. And the way he does it, it's not a pep talk. It's not confidence building. It's something much darker. Next episode, the fake pep talk, when fear pretends to be leadership. Comment below, what's on your panic list right now? What names are you counting that make you feel small? And hit subscribe, because we're in the middle of a psychological breakdown disguised as a war council. See you in the next one.